Why would the mic be muted when I'm in my just chatting scene? Okay. You'll have to let me know if the volume is good, bad, whatsoever. I'm trying lots of new setups and different softwares and stuff, so I appreciate you sticking through these junior streams. But yeah, first time streamer indeed. Hi, Mika. You are right on time. Gluten Morgan. Chris Daywalker, what's happening? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to just check my stream elements real quick and see why it is showing my face for all of your chats. It might be a setting on it. Oh, also give me one second. Sorry, I got this new hat, and I wore it yesterday during my call with Braden, but I wanted to show it off because I'm so happy with it. It's a McLaren F1 racing hat. Exactly. Can't have stream without a hat. Dude, I'm such a big fan. They came out with it during their Singapore GP, and I'm very happy with it. Not the price, but you know. Alright, I am just checking into why my chat is showing my face. Also, I'm seeing some people's chats and not others. I wonder if it's not grabbing it from YouTube or something. Who's watching on YouTube and who's watching on Twitch? How fantastic. I think everyone's on YouTube. Yeah, Wally, if you don't mind testing YouTube, that'd be cool. Yeah, it definitely is pretty delayed. In which case I'm not. Dude, why can't we just have like easy solutions to this stuff these days? Couldn't see you live on YouTube. Yeah, so I noticed that as well, and I was kind of confused because then I go here and I have a YouTube stream. I'll send the link. Well, why can't I paste this link? Brother in Christ. There we go. So I don't know what YouTube's deal is, but it's like really a pain in the ass to stream. It shows that I have a stream currently right now. YouTube stream is on private. Oh, that could be why. Okay, that's weird. Thank you, Wally. Oh, God, there's like all these fucking settings to change in there. Holy. Alright. Exclusive. Yeah, dude, both will exist, but you know. Do they not have like a coding development? I guess not. That's fine. Stream recordings. No, there's no paid promotion, sadly. Sorry, I'm going through here. I'll show you what I'm looking at. This is the setting up the shit on YouTube, so. All right, let's try one more test message. Is it going to come through on my widget? We'll see. We shall see. All right. At least this is live in public now, so that's cool. Do I have to share a new link to it? Hey, Wally, I see your chat message there. It's not coming through on the stream. Whatever. I'll figure it out. As for the delay, I don't know what the fuck the deal is with that. It's fine. At least it exists. Yeah, gotta pay for faster chat. I hope not. Jesus. Alright, cool. Alright, so how's everyone's weekend going so far? Before we dive into the website. And now the chat is like cropped off. What is happening? There you go. Yeah, Braden, I see that, man. I'm glad to see you jumping in there. I'm happy you're part of Gridiron. Stoked. Richard, super unproductive. That's all right. You needed some time away from Gridiron, you said, right? So that's awesome. I'm excited to see what Braden's gonna do. All right, and I'm also going to grab the website link that we're using today. Yeah, you are gonna cause us pain, dude. Oh, that was the one other thing. I'm sorry. Let me check one more thing on Stream Elements with the chat shit. Karina, good morning. What's happening? I'm glad everyone's here. Thank you for jumping in. Add Shashi to the mix, Wally. Interesting. I'm just looking at the settings for this this chat overlay, and there's not many, so that's annoying. I told you. All right, I'll stop messing with these settings. All right, so today, no stream title? Bro, what is Twitch doing? I'm gonna throw hands if I keep having these problems. It's my first time streaming, guys. Yeah, really, Mika. Yeah, Karina, I'm feeling so much better. So much better. Wow, what a week can do. I was bad. I was down bad for like 4 or 5 days. Maybe 4 days, and then the 5th day I started feeling a little bit better, and then I just got like really like ramped up from there. How I started feeling better. So quite happy with it. Watching ads. Yeah. I don't do pre-roll ads. I meant to take a look at my ad settings, but, you know. Kid, I'm already sick of you. How's that? Good morning. All right. So, yeah, we're going to be taking a look at Desert Muse marketing today. However, I am going to use Pastel for it. Those of you that don't know what Pastel is, they are a... Let me actually go to their website so you can see what that is. So it's basically like a service that helps your team collaborate amongst each other asynchronously or even synchronously, but remotely. It's really nice because I've used it. Hey, Wally, thank you for gifting the subscription to Chris. Oh my God, he subscribed. Oh shoot, 5 subs. Jesus, relax, my guy. Chris, Noob794, Mika, Ellie, and Caden all got subs. Bill's in the mail. Who's Bill and where are you sending him? So I am not affiliated with the Pastel. I do have the ability to use the higher tier of it through Gridiron, though, so that's what we'll be using today. But yeah, so let's dive in and you can see how it works. Yeah, Caden. All right, so the way this works is you can see we have a bunch of these canvases here, and each one of these are different websites. For example, you can see Gridiron. This is the one that I did with Karina previously. This looks like it's maybe Richard's portfolio. So these are all the canvases that Shashi used previously for his portfolio reviews. But we're gonna jump in here and make one with Q's site. Okay, we can see it here, and we're gonna open this canvas up. So what this does is it's pulling in the actual website, and you can then go ahead and leave comments and stuff like that. The one thing that I want to look into, and if not request it maybe, is the ability to get a snapshot of the website. So right now I want the website as is, but then if you change it, this will eventually get updated with that new website. So righty, throw it back to your old portfolio. Yeah, dude. Yeah, this is a lot right off the bat. So what I could do here is comment, and I could just click here, and I'm going to type my comment, and you probably can't see that, so I'll zoom in. This repeating movie is much too much. Either slow it down or remove it entirely. And now I do want to see if that prefers works with reduced motion. If I can remember what the hell that is. Where is the... Does anyone remember how to get to it? Where I can like simulate the prefers reduced motion. Yeah, at least it's not choppy, Caden, that's for sure. Where the frig? Animations? No. How to Chrome DevTools simulate reduced motion. Things that I don't remember. Emulate. Okay, so all I wanted to do there was check that if I have reduced motion on, it turns it off, and it does not. So that's a big thing. Yeah, so right now I am emulating reduced motion. It didn't do anything, and then if I change it, you can see nothing changes. So we need to do that, and then I'm also going to say in here, I can come in and grab the comment that I went to before, and we'll edit it. If you are going to use this, you need to, and this is a Wix thing, so you definitely want to make sure that it respects the user's preferences. And the ability for it. Yeah, I feel like the more I look at it, the more I'm getting sick. No offense to you, Q, like my stomach just feels like it's starting to get sick. Okay. All right, so that's the first thing that's not great, right? But we'll keep going. Grow your vision. Welcome to Desert Muse Marketing, your partner in bringing your vibrant visions to life through creative, data-driven digital marketing services. At Desert Muse Marketing, we believe in the power of creativity, strategy, and tailored solutions. Whether you're a new entrepreneur or an established business, we provide unmatched graphic design, social media management, and I guess you're still looking for your third thing to ensure your vision not only grows but thrives. Let us grow your vision. Mika saying, I love the color palettes. Yeah, I should have a pause animation button as well. Karina, you're right. Explore button is a hard bit to read. Yeah, I agree entirely. Richard. Can I actually do that for now while I'm watching this? All right, Mika. Yeah, I believe Q did say the copy is a work in progress, so that's fine. All right, so let's see. We're going to come back up here. On hover, it looks like this does go solid, which is nice. I would almost make this a stronger call to action. So, Mika, if you don't know what a call to... if you don't know what a call to action is, it's that, like, immediate thing that you want someone to do. So, for example, I'll show you my personal site. What stands out to you most for me is this view my projects. I want you to see this. And then the secondary action is to read my articles. So right now, this isn't jumping out, and I don't want to explain. What is the point of this website, right? Like, in my mind, the point of this website is you want to attract clients. So maybe something here that could be better is grow your business with us, and that will lead to your contact page, or however you want your potential users to get in touch with you. It also needs to stand out more. So is your primary call to action to stand out more. All right, where does this actually take us, the Explorer? Oh. I'm not even doing anything. I clicked one button. Hi, Jason. Welcome. All right, so something's not right here. Oh, God. Okay, we're really on the page. Let's try that again. Maybe it was a one-off. Okay, that scrolling behavior was a one-off. Yeah, I definitely, yeah. But it was bouncing back and forth. Yeah, okay. So this goes down to services. Graphic design, social media management, digital service, and brackets. And then you have your projects here. So, and then this takes us to a separate page. Okay, this isn't done yet. This just goes back up top. I'm assuming. Okay, this one you have, though. Yeah, we talked about that, Jason. I told him you either gotta slow down or it's gotta go entirely. It's much too much. Okay, so Explore takes you to the services. This, I don't understand what this means. Like, and I'm telling you from a visitor, I'm saying, hey, what is this place? What do these people have to offer? What am I exploring? The desert? Oh, okay. Here are other services. So again, like, I think a more clear call to action would be great. Your logo being here is fine. I didn't see that as legible, which is good. Just, yeah, let's work on that. Well, I'll talk about the verbiage here in a second. So we have social media management. So you could click Explore, Jason, and it scrolls down to their services here. Now, you also have services up here, and this goes to a completely different page. So it's fine that it's labeled two different things, but yeah, I would rather this be a call to action to reach out to them. So you have graphic design here doesn't go anywhere. It does digital strategy. Okay, that goes up, and brand kits. Okay, you have those. Do these have pages yet? They do. Okay, and this goes back to the homepage. Got it. Okay. I'm trying to stick with one page at a time, so forgive me for bouncing back and forth, but I also had to experiment with where things go. Yeah, this is fine if you want to show off what your services are, but I would also like add some vertical spacing here. This is everything's kind of like small right now, very compact, and you could do to add some vertical spacing. It's actually one of the harder things to do with web design. I feel like it's getting comfortable with that negative space, they call it. But yeah. Yeah, Jason. So we do have a navigation up here. And then once you scroll down, it goes away. Which, for such a short page, I think it's okay. I don't think it needs a return, back to top or anything. Or I don't think it needs sticky stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me... Here, you don't need to see me this second since we're looking at the website. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I got a big head. So, yeah, speaking of this, I'm on this is simulating a 2K display right now. This might be more generally seen at a 1080p. All right. So again, this is fine, I think. This Wix thing is annoying. I imagine this can go away once you start paying for it. So... How would being on Mac make it a different experience? Yeah, so regarding that, if you're working solely on your laptop, it's just a different density display. So I actually have had that problem where I work on high density, larger, high resolutions external monitors, right? And so I designed something that looks good on there, but then I don't look at it on a 1080p screen or a 720 these days isn't typically used. So I try to think for 1080p desktop first, and you can see here that actually, you know what? I'll do this on my personal site so you can see exactly what I'm talking about because I haven't fixed it yet. So if I go to my projects here, these are pretty large, right? But there's plenty of room. Now, again, this monitor is 5K, but it's displaying at a 2K, so that's what you're saying. If I go down to a 1920 by 1080p display, all of a sudden these are taking up the entire space, and this is better than what it was. I had the same issue with my headers, where it was just taking up way more space than people had on their smaller displays. And even the display size doesn't make a difference here. We're talking resolution. So, yeah. So, even this is, massive on 1080p. But then if I get out of it, it's still large, but I have so much more room, right? So, that's why we're talking about that there. Jason says I had locked the nav and added back to top. So I thought about that, but with such a short page, I don't feel like it's necessary. That's it. This is the page. This is the home page. Yeah, it's an interesting thing that you have to take into account when you're designing for several different things. But all right, so let's see. We talked about the background. We talked about the call to action here. I want to get to talk on this copy. I know it's still a work in progress, but that's more minute detail that I want to just look at the overarching things here. So graphic design, social media management, digital strategy, and brand kits. Cool, you're a marketing agency. That much we've seen already. But these are a little uninspired, I kind of feel. big old black with, you know, the tan text. It's fine. It's just a big old slab. So, yeah, I could agree with I could agree with a sticky nav bar up here. We could add that as a suggestion. Think about a sticky nav bar. So, it's always at the top. Yeah, it's part of their logo right now. That makes me actually want to say though, hi Mika, hi. You could think about JCABN. What's up? Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry, Mika, you come back and you're gonna get an ad. Actually, no, you got a free sub. So, but to anyone else, I'm sorry, I can't push these off any longer. So. With heroes, you typically can do different things. Yeah, I figured JC. What's up? You can typically, like, right now on it again, we're looking at this on a 1080p display. You're seeing this and you're seeing grow your vision. And it said you could choose to add some more information over here. So maybe think about moving this over to the left. Actually, why don't I just take a screenshot of it and then we could draw. All right, so we could maybe like move this over a little bit and then not inside of a box, but here we can do something like what you do. Oh, this is a terrible text color for that. So let's find like a attention grabbing headline, quick summary of what you do, and then a call to action. Since everyone likes buttons. Come on. We're waiting for the ads to go by. A full minute of ads. Jeez. This show's ad break and ends in 5 seconds for me, but yeah, no ads, says Mika. I'll have to look at my ad settings because it should not be that long. Prime subs do get ad free. Yep. They should at least. All right, so and again, I hate to keep pulling up my website for, but just because I did some work on it. So even like this, and I'll zoom out a little bit so you could fully see. I have my headline and then my call to actions, and then I get into who I am. This isn't perfect, but it's a thing. So we could take a look at other sites. Let's look at, you know what? I'm just going to pretend I'm not here. Okay, GitHub. Their landing page has this, a catchy tagline, their slogan, now it's an AI-powered developer platform, and then right away they want you to sign up for GitHub. So this is a good call to action because they're saying, hey, let's get started. And then they could dive in more into what they do. You could look at countless sites for this, but it's just something more to think about than just your logo here. Yeah, I agree with Karina there on the color side of things as well. I mean, orange, I get it. It's your thing. You're in the desert as well. You could think about softening it up, maybe. Color palettes are a whole thing, so we can definitely dive in more. Okay, and then these projects right now, this display is kind of pretty uninspiring. We need to come up with a way to display these better. So maybe instead of just projects, you could talk about each one or link to each one, basically. You know, show off like 3 featured projects that you're proud of, and then when you hover over them, it could take you to the page. So like, I didn't even know I could click on that. I just clicked on it to see what would happen. And it takes me, okay, so this is just a full screen picture of the image. So you made this flyer for them. But the flyer looks great, like no complaints there. Instead, I would talk about this. So let's make a comment here. Yep, that was my idea, Jason, too, was just having a carousel and you could just cycle through the different projects. I don't love carousels all the time, but it is definitely a good idea. Oh, so my comment here was show off your 3 most recent or top projects. When you click on them, it should take you to a case study for that specific project. What is a case study? So in my mind, a case study is writing about what the project is, what you did for it, what the challenges were, what you learned, etc. Not every project is going to be like that. You know, if you're making a super basic flyer for someone, I'm sure it doesn't require as much skill, but you can write about it, which A is going to give some credibility to your work, in my mind. It's also going to just create content for your site that's not just an image of the project, right? We don't know what Julia, like, yeah, it's a wine, but tell us, like, who, like, you know, what you did, what you were trying to achieve with the project, what they wanted from it, etc. Did this flyer, did this lead to an increase in their traffic? You know, if you know that information. We could talk about your logo. Cool. Your logo was a project. Maybe I wouldn't put this here. I might put this on a personal portfolio. But, you know, let's see. Okay, this I have no idea. No idea what this is doing. So, cool. I'm assuming you made this flyer for Earth Month for someone, but we don't know who. All we know is that you made a flyer. You could have copied and pasted this from anywhere on the web, right? So again, like, showing off your things is good. And again, I should just keep my site open at this point. And this is something that I've been wanting to improve upon. Is even right now, like, I just have what technologies I worked with, the title of the project, a little blurb about it, and then I have links to the project or the GitHub repo. So obviously, you're not going to provide a link to the GitHub repo, but you could provide a link to the case study, and then it would expand upon it. Or you could provide a link to the actual website. You know, it might not be used anymore, but you could at least drive them there. I've seen some people write up some really good case studies for their projects, and it's something that I really want to do. Yeah. Little captions are a good idea as well, just explaining it. Yeah, exactly. And that should all be available via Wix, I would imagine. I haven't used Wix in a fair amount of years, but I can't imagine, just like WordPress and everything else, you know. Yeah, Richard, this was going to be one of my next things too. Was checking for accessibility. Okay, so this is a div right now. And why can't it won't let me scroll over. Please hold. Oh, it's wrapping it. Okay. So let's find the parent of this. Holy crap, how many divs are we going to have for one thing? You see that? Okay. We have a div into a div into a div, div. All this for one image. I don't even see the image tag. Yeah, I mean, you guys probably can't see that too well. So here, I'll choose one that you can see here. Big head in the way. So I just, I'm grabbing this to inspect it. And it's a div, instead of a div and div and a div and a div. Like, look at all that. Yeah, and unfortunately, Mika, this is probably like a lot of website builders, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not seeing an actual image tag in here, Richard. I do see a gallery item content, image loaded, but where is it getting the, oh my god, it didn't expand the div. Here's the picture tag. Got it. Yeah, definitely a Wix thing, unfortunately. Yeah, it does not make it. So here's the image ID, class, data hook. Is there any alt? We do not have an alt tag. So this is a big no-no. Q, an alt tag on images. I'm sure you've seen it before. It's important for our accessibility users. So we need to have some sort of descriptive text for an alt. It's like, for something like this, it's not decorative. For the background here, if you had a background image, this would be considered decorative. It's not content that the user has to see. This is a background image. You don't have to write anything about it. This, though, this is the content. So we need to provide a description of what we're looking at for it. Actually, that makes a good question. This is actually how I plan on starting out the site audit. Yes, it does have SEO implications. So something I wanted to show, which is not an end-all be-all, but I wanted to show the Lighthouse report first and just see what's going on, see what it thinks of it. So since we're starting with auditing desktop, we're gonna look at that and let's analyze it. So this is something anyone can do. It's not the best tool in the world, but it's a really good starting place in my opinion. And you could see things that you're missing, especially when it comes to accessibility and SEO. I feel like it's a really good place to start for both of them, because if you're not hitting everything that it shows, then it's not good. All right, so this is actually showing we've got a 93 for accessibility. Let's dive in. Button link and menu items don't have discernible names. That's a very easy fix. Names and labels do not have a discernible name. Video contains a track element with timed option. Okay, so this is the stuff that should be easily fixable. It's interesting to me that it's not catching that these don't have alt tags. Interesting. And then SEO is the meta description. Yeah. So let's open this up, and we're just gonna inspect it again. Okay, so right away this image. And this does, I don't even see the alt attribute on this image. Oh, okay, there it is again. Yeah, it's the same thing. Hey, thank you, Karina, for hanging out. I appreciate it. Good luck at work. Good luck at work. All right, let's leave him some comments. Show over 3 most recent top projects. If you click them, it should take you to the case study. Okay, and then we're gonna leave another comment. All images require alt descriptive alt text. All images that are not background images has that. Okay. And then we have the footer. I'm going to hide the text real quick so you can see the footer. Your email and your contact info. This is a lot of space. This is a lot of space for not a lot of information. I think you can clean this up. I would maybe put... You could do a lot of different things with the footer. Kent C. Dodds is actually one of my favorite examples of this. So his footer has a lot of information in it. But you can see here, like, this is where I would put your company name and address and phone number and email, right? Now, you're not going to have all this stuff. I mean, you can, but you're not going to have nearly as many pages as he does. But a sitemap is a good thing to have. And I would also put your socials. Like, if you're going to be posting that anywhere, definitely include those links. And if you're going to be doing a newsletter, put that down here too. Your footer can contain so much information that way you maybe don't need a sticky scroll bar. Again, like, Kent doesn't have one. He's got more content than you, but I don't have to come all the way back up here, because if I get to the bottom of the page and I say, hey, I want to check out what else this guy's website has, it's all right here. So definitely let's add some content to your footer. Let us condense all of the add a sitemap and other website links so people don't have to scroll. Add social accounts if writing newsletters. Include a sign-up form. Yeah, we could do a lot here. I'm looking forward to it. And actually, I could pull up. This is a client site on WordPress. So while there's limitations like the size of this photo, for example, because it doesn't let you choose different images. But you can see here that I've got a... Can this go away? I'm done with you. Ooh. So you can see here I've got a sitemap with all his links, a shorter about, and a newsletter subscription. So, and his social links. You can do this too. You know, you could add another column for your address, and when it gets on mobile, it's just going to all stack down to one column. So ideally, I design mobile first, 99.9% of the time. Where mobile, it's all just one stack, and then you can spread out as you increase the screen size. So definitely food for thought there. Okay. All right. That's the homepage. Everyone with me still? I know it's a lot. Yeah. Oh, the last thing on the homepage I wanted to take a look at quickly was this copy. Number one, a typical rule is if it's more than 3 lines max, you don't want to center your text. So it just looks off to me. So the text can be centered on the page, but the text alignment should be centered. So here's what I mean by that. So right now, the text is centered on the page horizontally. That's fine. The text... oh, these are all different spans. Jesus. There we go. Let's see if I could just add it here. Text align. No, of course not. Dude, what is this, bro? I can't. Yo, what is happening here? Do you guys see this code? What the hell? Okay, so all I did there was change this from text align center to left. It's still centered on the page, but it is left aligned. It's easier to read. Like anything that's more than 3 lines long. Let's do that. I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, I see ads are incoming. Here you go. I'll go like this for now, Mika. All right, we're gonna wait till the ads are over. Of course, please. It's almost like triggering my what's the word I'm looking for? Motion sickness. I don't know. It's you know, the site's off to a fine start. These are like all the refinement and stuff that now we can do, so. And I hate to say it, but this is the problem a lot of times with Wix and other website editors. A, the code is jank as hell, but B, it lets people do whatever they want, and that's not always necessarily a good thing. It's like, and this is how you get like a lot of poor performing websites and stuff on the web because they're not optimized, or people keep adding more and more stuff that don't know any better. I mean, again, any website, I think it's better than no website, but. Also, how's the volume with the music? Is it too loud? All right, cool. I see the monitor here, and so I could see on OBS, obviously, the levels, but, you know. Dude, I gotta get my chat working. You want a chat request music stream already? Relax. I've got to see what other people are doing for, even though I'm sure no one's actually watching on YouTube. But this is probably Wally. Oh, nope, it's not there. So, that's fine. I'm doing it so it's there. You will get it when you get it, Richard. All right, our ads over. I don't see them. It shows to me that they're over, but I feel like they always last longer than it says. Empower creativity, strategy, and tailored solutions. This is like a fragment almost. Whether you're new entrepreneur, or hey, welcome back, or an established business, we provide unmatched graphic designs. All right, cool. Let's go explore another page real quick. So we're gonna just check out the About page. This should be relatively short and small. Okay. So we've got the same background, or I think this was on the homepage as well. Who we are. Desert Muse Marketing was created by 2 passionate human natives who share love for creativity. Home. The combined educational experience of 8 years in corporate communication and marketing. See here, this is left aligned. This is great. Awesome. The header could be center aligned if you wanted to. You know, but like, yeah, you do get a face reveal, Wally. For those of you that don't know, Q or Kwanwa is Kwana, someone we race in Gran Turismo 7 with, so he's part of our league. Our team consists of 2 skilled professionals with bachelor's of science degrees. Okay. Beyond our academic credentials, we have hands-on experience in graphic design, content creation, analytics, and campaign management. These skills allow us to craft tailored strategies that resonate with your audience and drive results. Yeah, that's Kwanwa. Our mission at Muse Marketing, our mission is to open doors not only for businesses, but for the local businesses we partner with. We understand the unique challenges that small businesses face, especially in a dynamic environment like social media and effective marketing. Our goal is to provide you with the tools, strategies, and support you need to succeed. All this is fine, I think. And about page is where you can dive in more about things, literally. So, all right, meet the founders. Cool. The picture's fine. I think you need to just adjust where it's showing a little bit, but those are fine. I like that everyone can talk about themselves, and you've got your own socials. Where the hell are the socials for Desert Muse? You gotta get that in the footer. Yeah, and you can even put it in the nav bar up top too. You can put it down here or whatever. So here's something else that I'm seeing. We have rounded corners for the first time on the website. Was this a decision, Q? Was this a deliberate decision to change specifically these buttons? Or links, I should say? Let's hope they're links. Yeah, they are small. Also, where does this take me? Oh, whoa, hold up. So Q, was it a deliberate decision to have these as rounded links? Okay, got it. So yeah, just because the rest of the site does not have any rounded elements, that's why I was asking. And then when I click on it, I don't know if you guys can see that, but once you click on it, that's when the transformation happens. So, hey, Mika coming in clutch, paying it forward. Very cool of you. Welcome to the squad, Q. Welcome to the squad. All right, so let's do this. Let's leave a couple comments here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. And this will be for both of them. So one is the socials are a bit small and scrunched up. So I'm just saying that they're scrunched up and a little small. Feel free to make them larger and more spaced out. Oh, now this hover is working in this place, but when I'm in browsing, hold up. Okay, and these buttons are inconsistent. Got it. Up button styling. In default state, as well as hover and click. If nothing else is rounded, make these square edged. Let's connect. Yeah, I was going to agree. I was getting there, Rich. So Richard says, let's connect button copy is misleading. As a user, I'm assuming when I click on it, I'm connecting with the individual and not the actual company, considering each member has it. Yeah, so I was exactly going to say that. This leads me to tell me that I'm connecting with you, whether it's leading me to email you specifically, but more likely, I'm thinking it's going to lead me to like a bento page or something. So like, you know, you could put this here, you could put this in place of that. And you could leave your socials and you could even put an email button, something like this, right? Okay, Q says that it will lead to our business emails. You haven't paid for the domain yet. Yeah, okay. I figured you hadn't bought the domain yet. Which is fine. I think instead you want more descriptive text on this because this is going to tell everyone that they're going to view your socials, and that's not what you have. If you want it to lead to your business emails, that's fine. Just say email me, and then that will specifically go to Erica's inbox. And if we say email me down here, you can even say email Quana, right? And email Erica. And that way it's descriptive and telling the user what's going to happen when they click on it. Otherwise, they don't know. Yeah, I already addressed that, Richard. I think it's going to be all squared up. If it is going to be lead to your business emails, maybe say email Erica or email me instead. All right, cool. This is good. I like the alternating layout. It makes it so it's not so boring. I will say that maybe these don't need to take up the full width of the screen. Because you're seeing, not only is there a lot of space here on either side, but yeah. So if we come in here, like, it's fine on smaller screens, right? But as you get larger, there's more and more space. So you should be able to set what's called a max width in Wix on this container, and yeah. Yeah, that's obviously not it, but you could play with it. You know, for example, now it's set at 1200 pixels. So then when I resize it, it will get smaller, but it won't get any larger than that. And you can see that the content is still nicely there. So, just food for thought. Yes, I agree. This is likely not contrasty enough, and we could test that by going here, and let me just grab the color. So it's the same background, same orange is there. It might be contrasty enough, I really don't know. Yeah. Adam's Handler, hello, and be right back. Cool. It is contrasty enough, which is surprising. I would lighten it up still. I don't think this is a good combination. I think the black on the orange is better. It's still not the best. Again, it meets it. It is AAA or it's AA for any text size. So, yeah, black and orange is definitely, like, Halloween's got that on lock. So, yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked, Mika. I'm very surprised because it does not look like it here. So again, you could decide to leave it if you want. I think it's a little bit much. I think we'll talk. I want to talk about colors at another day. But yeah, so we touched on accessibility. We touched on the width here. I don't think it's a bad thing, and it's also just more in line with the page. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. And yeah, I mean, and About Us is relatively simple, but there's just things we could do here to what's the word I'm looking for? Just to finesse things, right? Oh, okay. There we go. That was a pastel thing, not Wix. All right, cool. Let's check out another page. So this is your contact page. It goes to the furthest thing I'm checking is that Wix is using labeling correctly, and it is. It's telling us that all these are needed. However, this is very much the red on orange is not good. If it's now it's only red on orange because these are needed, right? So if I fill these in, then it should be fine. So the animation on load for get in touch page work for other browsers? I don't know. We'll see. Talking about the form first. This is an odd hover thing. I don't like that. It's kind of not. It doesn't do anything except cause layout shift. If you'll notice, like when I hover over this, my name is moving. Yeah, that's not. It's just not a good look, and I don't think this being here is doing anything. So I would just omit that. All these are fine, and it's a form. So again, we have a rounded button here, and now this has a different style. It's no longer going square, but the color is different. Yeah, I agree on the lack of the white border. I think I would actually throw this on a some sort of background. Just want to make sure that's working. Yeah, okay. So actually, and then I would change this input. Where is the has custom? What the fuck? Yeah, see, look at like that right there. That looks better to me, in my opinion. Now we need to remove the border. Yeah, I already did. Yeah, the labels are correctly hooked up, Richard. Let's just remove anything with a border. Okay. All right, so now the fucking hover effects, dude. I can't. I'm getting grumpy because it's like changes it entirely, but that's only because I'm changing it one time. So this right here, I think already looks a little bit better. You could change the border. You know, there's no border now, and I think that looks better, to be honest. So, yeah, I would mess with this idea. The padding inside is good and everything. Like typing is fine. Oh, look at that! So when it's focused, it's another color too. Well, that's not good. Well, it's fine that it's different when it's focused, but this color is not good. So instead, when you're focused, you could add a border color. You know, it could become orange when it's focused. How do I? Let's add focus state and get rid of that. So actually, I have an idea. So let's do a border of 2 pixels, solid, and inherit, or no, in this case, it's just going to be white. So that way, when you are focusing it, border color can be this orange maybe. It's not liking that for some reason. But that's my thought. The input field is 1 pixel because of the border. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, just you know, I'm not editing all of these, but we could definitely talk more design another point. The box shadow is a little aggressive here, and again, like there's one even on the footer, which is fine. I just didn't see it till now. I'm talking crazy. Okay. No, please don't be sorry. I'm just checking other things too. So okay, the border, the shadow's there the entire time. You have couple of. We'll get there. I'm trying to stick with one thing at a time. All right, number one. Get in touch is here. The name of the page is contact. The URL is contact. Let's leave it as contact. I think consistency is good. So yeah. Oh, what up? I did. Excuse me. I didn't actually leave any comments. I just edited the CSS. Let's leave some comments. Okay. One is add padding and put on a background color. That's for just that area. Okay. We're gonna say make default state white background, transparent border of 1 to 2 pixels. No hover state. I don't think you need hover state on an input. What do you guys think? And then in the active state, when you're actually looking to type in it, I think maybe adding a border color. That border color could work just to signify that it's active. So that might be nice. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like the hover is deeply unnecessary. But I'm glad to see that the labels work. So yeah, that's always a good thing. And then this button again, just need to rein in button styles so it is all in line to the site. Okay, so before I go talk about the services page, I just want to talk about actually ask Q if you're still in the audience. What colors in your mind make up Desert Muse? I'm seeing 3 primary colors. I'm seeing, okay, rust, black, and white. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Cool. So in your case, looking at this website, okay, tan is a secondary color. Gotcha. So would you say your orange is your primary color or your brand color? The rust, I should say. Okay. So I'm asking because I have questions. So we're going to say here, colors. Rust, black, white, and tan. So you're saying your brand color is rust. I'm going to say the secondary color is tan. And then you have black and white. So the reason I'm asking is because, and you're a designer, so you know this stuff. Like, how you use your color says a lot. So when I look at your website currently, your brand color is too much. I'm sorry, I said that incorrectly. Your brand color is good. I do like rust and I do like orange. It's literally in my hat. There's too much of your brand color. So in my mind, you could alter the entire look of your page by maybe changing to a white or a light or dark background, and then using your brand color more selectively. So I don't want to. I don't have the time, unfortunately, today to go in and be like, oh, let's play with all these different ideas. But we can do some of it. So Instead, and actually I'm going to use... Yeah, exactly, dude, exactly. So I want to grab... Why is this background where... Oh, there's an overlay. Got it. Yeah, it could definitely be a stream on its own. I love this kind of shit, man. If I'm completely honest. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass, I think, with the color, but let's see. And then let's grab your orange. And let's just go in here. And this is just for an example. Like, I'm not saying to do this. Like, I'm not saying like this exactly. But so all I did was I changed the background color of this pane. Changed the heading font color to be like a lighter white. Changed the regular body text to be slightly darker so it's de-emphasized. And then you could use like, you know, certain keywords or even links if you wanted to in your brand color. Now here, I almost feel like your brand color doesn't stand out enough, and it could be because the gray is not as dark as black. So let's just say, for example, we went and changed it to this color, which is a little bit more saturated, a little bit brighter. I'm not saying you have to change your brand color. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. But just something that maybe stands out a little bit more. And actually, you know what? Why don't we use amber, because I like it better. And then we can do something like this. So I don't want the... How can I do this? Yeah, so the black and stuff is interesting. So I think pure black and pure white is okay, but you don't want to use pure white text on pure black backgrounds, and vice versa. If you're using a pure white background, you want a dark gray. If you're using a pure black background, you want a light gray. It could be very close to white, but it's not white. That in itself is just too much contrast, and it hurts the eyes. So that's kind of what you're saying, Richard, I think. So this right now is a dark gray and a light gray. And this is a lighter gray. I want to see if I can... I probably can't. That's okay. So then let's just come down here, for example. And we've got background of white, maybe? Where is this background coming from? Holy hell. Dude, they don't make it easy here to mess with things in the browser. Yeah, I'm a sucker for 1212, 2323. Yeah, 2A is one of my favorites. Like, so what's nice with this, with Tailwind at least, is like I've started playing with the idea of, you know, using maybe a dark color of what I want. So I'm going for the stone because it's warmer, just like your brand color, you know. It's not letting me easily get to the image, so I'm going to skip that section. but let's see. Why is everything an overlay? Like, that makes no sense to me. Wild Wix is. What's with the shadow color of those containers on the black containers? Oh yeah, I was looking at that myself. Oh, it's an image. Nice, Mika. Nice. So is this an image that's a link? No. Okay, it's, yeah. I don't... This isn't necessary. You do not need to be using an image here. It just increases the demand on the page or on the user's browser to load stuff. If you want it, that's fine. But you could also just make an element with it. So... all right, so we can talk more about colors at another time, but I think that you can do less with orange. And again, I'm just gonna bring up my site because I focused a lot on this. So this may look black on some of your screens. Trust me when I say it is very dark gray. You could see, well, you might not be able to see that the hex code is 09090B. So it's not pure black. The lightest. This is not even pure white. This is FA. Pure white is FFFFFF. So that we're putting into play right there. And my light mode, ready for a flashbang? It's the same thing, but reversed. But so I brought us here just so you could see what I'm doing with my brand color. So you can see it's here on my logo. It's here on this call to action. This is the big thing. I want people to see this and click on it. That's why I'm selected with it. You can see here that is my text decoration if I zoom in. And then you can obviously see it's on my beautiful profile picture there. And I have it sprinkled in a couple of other places, but not everywhere. So you notice that, like, okay, when you hover over the links, it changes color. When you hover over these, it changes to that. But again, it's not... Thank you, Mika. I appreciate that. But it's not absolutely everywhere. And then I have this other yellow, which I use for just... It's like a secondary accent color. It's actually less used than the green. Yeah, me too, Mika. I know, me too. I trust me, I've went back and forth on this. Thank you. So, yeah, think about using your brand color a bit more selectively instead. I'm really curious to see what changes you make. All right, let's go to the last page that we have to look at today. Services. You're very sweet. I appreciate that. Okay. So, actually, we have a couple more pages to look at, but let's look at this first. Okay. My first test that I'm going to see is I see a contact form. Let us see if it's using labels. And right away, you can see that it's got this weird hover effect. I'll zoom in so you can see it. So Q, let's just get rid of all hover effects on input forms. You don't need hover effects on input forms. Now, when I click it, this is my 1Password, so that's not part of it. I would instead show border. So you could think about changing this border color to be lighter when you're not in it, and then when you are in it, the border gets darker. Just food for thought. But at least the labels are all labels. That's good. That's really good for accessibility, and something that a lot of people screw up. Yeah. Yep, service is misspelled. Obviously, we have our button here. We've talked about those. Let's go ahead. Oh, I shouldn't zoom in. Let's make a comment. Typo in interest. Same comments on other buttons. And I'm sure this is just a global setting that you can change on your buttons. So finesse them, come up with some other ideas, or just set them up so that the way that's reusable and used everywhere in the same way. So, all right, we're gonna come back up top. I do like your consistency here with the header. So the homepage and my site actually follows the same sort of thing, where the homepage is different, and then the rest of them follow the same layout, except contact all of a sudden. So why is the contact page different? Let's get the contact page more in line with this, in my opinion. So that way there's the consistency across it. Now we're going to come down here. Again, let's maybe change this to a white background. Depending on your preference, do you want your site to be light or not? Then these are cards. Cards, typically, you're going to follow, if we're thinking light mode, as think of it as a virtual stack, right? So if this is the base layer and then you're adding stuff on top of it, what's going to happen as it gets closer to the light source? Well, all of a sudden this stuff is going to become darker, and then this stuff on top becomes lighter. Now, it's tough to do that with light theme, obviously, so I work in the opposite direction. If I'm in a light mode, the cards and stuff that gets on top of it gets progressively darker, and in dark mode it gets progressively lighter. Again, we're going to show you what that looks like here. On actually this section right here. So my background color is the dark gray, and then this section here I want lifted above it, so it's technically kind of lighter gray, and then these cards are on top of that, so they have another color, but it's not jarring, it just is, right? And so in light mode, I do it as well. The first section is that close to white. Then we have a light gray, and then we have a slightly darker light gray. So that's just food for thought. If you're going to put this on a white background, you can choose to do whatever you want. But, even if you want them to be the same color, you could add a border or an outline to it. These are just different ideas we're throwing out there. Yeah, so, okay, Richard points out the first thing is padding in the grid section. Yes, we want padding on the sides. These are butting up right against the edge of the website. And even on my 4K display, this is okay, right? Nothing is spread out too much. Let's zoom out. Let's pretend I'm on a bigger screen. Oh, there is padding now. Interesting. See that, guys? We learned something new. Well, it's maybe not padding, but it's the max width of this container, I think. So, what I would do instead, yeah, it's definitely got to be a max width on that container. Yep, okay. Well, even still, if you want them to be the max width, which is fine, we want some outer padding here. So add some padding so these are not budding are not right against the edges of the container. Actually, I want to see if I zoom in. Okay, so it's literally only the 2K breakpoints that is like that right now. Interesting. Cool. So let's take a look at this again on a 1920 by 1080p. Nope, not 9000. Okay. Looking at this as 1080 again. Okay, so it's all in a column, which is fine. This is a lot of space, though, for not a lot of content. So you're on your services page, and then each of them leads to another page. Oh, I don't want to leave a comment. And then we go to a learn more, and it's basically the same thing. So I don't even think you necessarily need a separate page for these, unless you wanted to maybe show off your project specifically for social media management. But as an MVP, I would say that you don't need these individual pages, and instead just put all the information right here. Yeah, you're right, Richard. The logo is missing. The Desert Muse logo, which Is that even necessary because you're already on their website? I think not. I think you could use these as like social media posts if you wanted to. But I will add the comment there that the logo is missing. So what can we say here? I think I'm going to say due to the lack of content on the individual service pages, I would think about omitting them for now and just putting all information on this single page. That way, too, you know, there's less browsing around the user has to do. I think the card design is fine. I think ideally, if you do like, I would do you did it on your about page. You did it on your about page where, you know, Erica's picture is on the right and yours is on the left. Do that here, man. You know, why not? Just to offer some differences. And they get a quote. This is great. This is a call to action, my guy. This is what we want everywhere. Put this at the bottom of the page above the footer everywhere, in my opinion. Besides, like, the contact page, because they're already reaching out there. That would be great. That would be, like, you need to be able to give them no reason not to reach out to you. So, you know, because right now, if I'm on your homepage, and I'm like, okay, yeah, these guys are cool. Like, okay, I had to go somewhere else now. And there's literally nowhere down here for me to say, hey, let me reach out to them. You don't even have links to the footer. So make it as easy as possible for people to reach out to you. Is what I think. So, let's see. I had a feeling this was going to need a full page refresh. For some reason, website builders seem to like not be truly responsive. So you have to like refresh the page when you're viewing it in DevTools here. So this is the site on mobile. Okay, so there we go. Yo, Cody, thank you for hanging out, dude. I appreciate it. Good luck at work. So again, right here, this, and I already commented it, so I'm not going to again. This needs to be left aligned, and I know it's centered because the other one was. But this is much too long to be centered, and you have to like. Luckily, most of it, yes, is the same width. But the reason that you want to center this text is A, the shape is weird, right? But B, when you're reading it, if the text lines are all different lengths, your eye has to find the next one every time. Recommend removing the home button and the header due to the logo being the home button function. Oh, I'll check that in a second because that's not present on here. Okay, actually, hold on before I do. Go away. All right, first of all, your mobile menu button is very difficult to see, so definitely change that. Mobile menu button too light of a color. This could be a good place if you wanted to use your brand color. I personally wouldn't. I would just use a darker gray. We're coming back down here. This is all a stack, which is fine. This I would just make into one stack on mobile. Make one column, not two. It's tough to do more than one column on mobile. You can cut sometimes, but this means like for everything here, they're gonna have to click in to see the full image, and you don't want to make them have to do something. And then here, we've already discussed the changes you can make to the footer. So let me just open up the desktop site again, and we can see what you're doing. Do you recommend removing the home button in the header? No, I think it's fine. I think having both is fine. Actually, again, what what do I have? I don't have it, but because most of my target is like HR recruiters and tech guys, I don't think it's a problem. What I would do though is think about bringing those in. So right now, like they're very far on my screen. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. 1 second. So again, I'm just gonna check on TDP. So even here, it feels like they're a little far apart. Let's see if it'll let me do this relatively easily. Let's just say, see how right away this is much more clickable. Like I'm not going to the far reaches of my screen now because I've just put these in line. Again, maybe 900 pixels is too small, and I don't usually code things in pixels, by the way. Please always use a responsive unit like rem or percentages or character with something. But this right there tightens it in. So, yeah. All right, let's go and view your other pages on mobile real quick. Cool. So, if you have the ability to on mobile, maybe see if you can specifically, I was going to say maybe specifically put the images up top so it grabs you. But if you're on mobile, you'll see her face. And then if you come down here, you'll see your beautiful face too. So I think that's fine. The weird orange background is peeping, like not the weird orange, but the background is peeping out on these cards. So maybe just take a look at mobile and see if you can clean up some of the styles here. This just looks off to me. And then, yeah, other than that, again, it's a column, so it's fine. See, this is like a perfect social media post, I feel like, with your logo up there and everything. And then you could just you know, link to it. Yeah, this should all be pretty straightforward. I'm zooming through this one part because it's all pretty straightforward. Okay, you have some funkiness, and I noticed this on another page too. So, yeah, dude, these builders are not easy sometimes when it comes to mobile sites. I gotta be honest, it kind of sucks, especially because more web traffic is going to be through mobile than not. So, I don't know. I don't personally know if I love this. We talked about it before. Drop shadow on the footer. If you want to keep it, that's fine. That's up to you. But then there's this weird white line coming down through here. Like you have the dividers through these sections. And then down here, you have this white line coming through here. It's got to be the border or something maybe for another container. I'm thinking this container maybe. But you got to see if you could fix that. I'll leave a comment for it on the page. Dude, yeah. You could always reach out to Wix themselves. See about them. Yeah, and then this page we've already talked about. So let's jump back to the desktop to wrap this up. See, it's down here too. It's actually on the desktop page. It's really hard to see. What a weird thing. What is that? Oh. So this is just a horizontal line. So if I actually padding bottom. No, that's not going to work. Just try to move it up. But it looks like it has a class of Wix UI horizontal line. So you might be able to get rid of that there. by looking at that. I'm just saying that they don't need to be images and are more resource intensive. So I like the desert branding. You're trying to stick with that. The color palette can do that for you. You know, these images are a little bit, they're not bad, but they're just also not great because of compression. And compression is for data savings, except it also means to artifacts and, you know, some graininess. LOL graininess, because we're talking about a desert and sand. Yeah, like, this was a lot of, you know, 23 comments. Some of it is accessibility-wise. Some of it was, you know, things. I know your copy is not 100%, so I'm excited to see the finished copy or the next version of the copy. A lot of it is just refinement of styles. And I think when you clean that up, you're going to be able to impress a lot more people. You know, if we look at have you looked at other websites, other marketing agencies? I'm curious. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to think of some local ones to me. Big Fish Marketing, is that one? Okay, like, this is a lot, but this is, it was a nice intro. It took a little long, but then, like, this isn't even great. Like, in my mind, like, this doesn't even, you know, it's just fucking videos right off the bat. Local marketing agency. Yeah, like, these all, I mean, what I was bringing these up to talk about is that so many of these just feel like scammy, like, let's just get their money stuff. And that's not how yours feels, which is fine. I don't want you to use these as inspiration because personally I don't ever like them. Yeah, I think I'm excited for the next round of this. Let me know if you have any questions. Of course, I'm happy to jump in and chat with you if I have time and stuff. Definitely think about building out those case studies. I think that's going to be massive for these, and it'll help make you stand out. And I think it'll add credibility to you and your company, you know? Like, talk about this. We don't know what the hell this is, dude. I want to know, what did you do with Forbes, right? Did you make this logo, or you just like this Calais Ocho? This is a cool little thing that you made of your flyer for a fundraiser dinner. Talk about it. What was you know, was it tough getting the texture and everything just right here? Hey man, no problem. I'm happy to do these things. You know, these are fun, not like, and I never look to come across like I'm shitting on anyone or what they do or anything like that. It's just like, let's make this as good as possible to represent the work that you and Erica does, right? So, TBD Gamer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, yeah. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, I mean, I have went through so many websites in my time. In the terms of, like, I will spend some nights like just going through websites that I find on the web and inspecting them and seeing what's good, what's bad, what's ugly, like what needs fixing. And honestly, like, these are nothing new. Even on my client's website, I know there's stuff that I want to change on there, but I don't have the power to. You know, the unfortunate part with these website builders things are, Q, thank you for the follow. The unfortunate thing sometimes with these Wix, Squarespace, and everything else is that they limit some of the things you can do until you pay into their subscription and or you pay them more money, and that's really unfortunate because I don't know. I think if you're a website builder, maybe limit some of the tools they can use, but don't limit the website I can build. So what I mean by that is, let's say like you have a built-in forms, and you don't want free people to subscribe to that because it costs a little bit of something on your server each time. Okay, like make them pay a subscription for that. But let me make the website as good as possible within your thing. But maybe there's more premium offerings that you don't give the free people, or you leave for the better tiers. So just thoughts like that, but hey, I'm not a business owner, so yeah, dude, we always need more money. We always need more money. Cool. All right, everyone. Well, that was fun. Thank you for hanging out for almost 2 hours while we go over this. And here I'm just making the canvas. And I could share this link with you, Q. I'll also send you the YouTube video so you can watch it over. I'm sorry, like it's going to be 2 hours long, but hopefully you can cut through and find what you're looking for. Next week, we get to do another audit of a site. Here, actually, I'll pull it up for you. It does fly by when you're having fun, right? Hey, TBD, I'm glad you joined it and you found it. Yeah, very cool, dude. I'm a UX engineer right now, front-end engineer, but I like to call myself, I'm not a designer, but I have an eye for design. And so, yeah, this UI, UX stuff is definitely my cup of tea, and so I'll be doing another audit next week. This is Web for Everyone. This is one of my friends, Karina's websites. She's done some work on it. It does have a nice dark mode as well, but she asked me to audit it and give it a shot. So this is going to be next Saturday at the same time. I'm going to be going through with a fine-tooth comb. Q, have a great rest of your day, man. I'll send you over the stuff that I talked about, and I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day, Q. Yeah, so Karina, she is an accessibility expert, and she made this Web for Everyone, which I love the site. There's been some changes made since I was last here, and we're going to give this an audit next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So that'll be more fun. And then I'm going to try streaming some more during the week again. I know I kind of got off of it. I've got another project in the works that I'm looking to launch soon. And yeah, so all right, everyone, that's it for me. I have a little bit more work I need to do before I go out and pick up stuff to make dinner. We're making chicken katsu curry tonight for dinner, so it should be tasty. Have a good weekend, everyone. Thanks for hanging. I do appreciate you, and I'll talk to you later.